Hello and welcome to episode 0 of Lean Into It. So, what are we doing here? We are going on a journey together. More so, I am taking you on my own and assisting you with yours. A journey of self-mastery, a journey of growth, and one where we look to define our own sense of contentment and create a life we are excited to live. I have always been a very curious person, and I think curiosity is very important in self-improvement and self-growth. That curiosity over the years has led me to visit 5 continents and live in 3 of them. And because of that curiosity, I've been exposed to a lot of different perspectives, ways of thinking, things that have challenged what I accept and what I define to be normal, or more importantly, what I want to define normal from my own existence. Some of this has led to a large opening of my mind, and I want to share that with as many people as possible, because I believe I can help people truly improve their existences and improve their relationships in their lives, how they look at the world, and what impact they have in their own lives and the lives of others. I wholeheartedly believe that it is our responsibility to become the best versions of ourselves that we can, to first recognize our weaknesses and use them to make ourselves stronger. We owe it to the people in our lives that we love, the people who show up for us every single day, to learn enough about ourselves so that we can break patterns, so that we can show up for them in the way they do for us, and so that we can live a meaningful life where we live through intention and principle and not just float through this absolutely amazing existence that we've been given. Over the last few years, I have sought out knowledge on the topics of self-mastery, self-awareness. I've taught myself about depression, mental health, and many other things that has led me to come across wonderful speakers, leaders, mentors, and it has allowed me to align myself with my own principles in life. And I'm improving this day by day, while faltering day by day, of course, as we are human. But I want to share with you some of what I've learned so that I can condense this journey, make it somewhat shorter, less overwhelming for people. Because it's hard. It takes time. And the shorter time it takes, the better it will be for everyone around you. And of course, for you. I think what's important to note is that this process does get easier. It becomes part of your nature. If it feels overwhelming at the beginning, you're probably doing something right. If you're in a difficult time right now, I'm excited for you because change is coming. What a lot of us don't recognize is that a part of change is contemplation, and even pre-contemplation. This is something I learned about while studying to become a personal trainer. If you're having thoughts about change, that's a part of your process. And the really lovely thing about this is it takes away the guilt of not being there yet and allows us to recognize that this is a part of the journey, even just wanting to make that change. And what I would like to do here is to make it all seem bite-sized. Give food for thought over time to facilitate this change in a much more comfortable manner that allows you to continue on with your life and just make tiny little habit changes, tiny little snippets of awareness that you can take into every situation, every conversation, and every day. So the best place to begin will be with our thoughts. Maybe you have, or maybe you haven't heard the next statement before, but it's very powerful, and it's the note that I'm going to leave you on now. Please consider this after listening to this podcast. Let it ruminate in your head and just give it some thought. Our thoughts generate our words. Our words generate our actions. Our actions generate our habits. Our habits generate our character. And it is character that breeds our destiny. This, to me, is a mind-blowing statement. It breaks it all down. It ends with destiny, the one that we want to create, and it begins with our thoughts, something so simple. It seems very complex, but we can manage our thoughts. Aristotle said, "It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it." Before this, had you recognized that that was an option? You can have a thought and just let it swim by. It takes practice, and it will be a difficult part of the self-awareness journey. But you don't have to accept every thought that comes into your head. This is what they talk about in yoga classes when they say, let go of things that are not serving you. That includes your thoughts. It begins with your thoughts. Please give some time to that first quote, which was a teaching from Gandhi about our thoughts and actions. If you enjoyed this podcast, and if you think that it could be something that helps someone you know, or just you, then share it, stay in touch, stay tuned for more.